mark. They're not going to change again anytime soon. Maybe if we see someone die, they may, sort of make that TP back into a preferable lane. For the moment being, this is how they're going to sit, and this, if anything, is certainly going to favour that.
Dstones.
On this strike, it's going to be whiffed, and HFN can chase down a good charger on the concoction. It's going to set them up for first blood. They're going to chase down BoBoKa as well. The Sylar tormentor comes in, one more punch would do it. BoBoKa does have the enchant totem. Archangel gets one more hit off, it's not enough to get the kill. TP's coming in as Fenrir is there with the Splinter Blast, trying to fire back onto the HFN Alchemist. HFN will be able to keep his distance. Dstones back into the lane, turns towards Misery. Will be able to chase down the Chen, get the passive build up, balance strike down again, but there's the concoction coming through, it doesn't matter. They'll still get the kill onto Misery. Misery falls. Dstones now use the rest of that damage to pummel into the Alchemist. The TP straight away back towards the top is there from Kingao. Coming in on the Tiny, warding Fenrir and Dstones back away from that top of 10. But BoBoKa's still there on the side, could look for a good Fisher block off. They get the avalanche onto the Sylar tormentor comes out as well, and they'll kill off Dstones.
Concoction does that much more damage, as well as even a tree toss from Kingao, just really able to chunk him down. And a Monkey King getting slowed down is always a big worry.
Oh, absolutely. Playing a slow start as Monkey King is never nice. Sure, there is a Magnus in this game, there is in power, but you can't really rely on that too much because Monkey King's never really a hero that wants to be farming, and indeed another concoction. HFN, this outscore sort of skill build, the way they're playing it and laning it, it's perfectly done by Pain. They may lose Kingao as Dstones jumps forward, but the control of the micro, Misery, holds back Dstones with the stun. Tree toss comes out from Kingao. Dstones trying to come in. Kingao playing around with an extra poke as Dstones will survive, but has to go back towards the shrine. Pop a salve as Pain Gaming are just keeping a perfect hold. Avalanche toss to keep XXS down low.
Dstones again.
He's trying to head for this, but there's a concoction over the tree line. Stop the boundless. The boundless comes out, but HFN again. That one point in the concoction has done so much.
Monkey King early on is just getting punished by that physical damage. BoBoKa, Weeha's looking for him.
It's all right. Dstones also making a go onto Archangel. Weeha killing off the Shaker. At top lane, the concoction once again out with that Blightstone and the army. Fenrir just gets shredded. Dstones trying to jump in, but again, Misery with the micro forces Dstones to back up. A TP will come in from BoBoKa. The army's still chasing Dstones. Weeha is looking for the arrow. He'll send it out, doesn't make the connection, but he'll turn towards BoBoKa instead. As Pain, they just overrun this top lane. Sylar's coming with the rotation. Weeha has picked up that double kill, taking both of them out of this. Misery, he'll retreat. Sylar came over for this with the ultimate, but he's unable to find anything.
This one point in the concoction has done such an incredible amount of work. And at bottom also, tavo's pressure in the tower. He's going to be able to get it for himself.
They're going to try and collapse it more, but there is a smoke coming in from Aster. They'll try and fight back. Fisher down, tavo's being focused. They get the Splinter Blast out as tavo's trying his best to back off. Skewer across from XXS. Tavo nuked down by the shockwave. He's being blocked off as well by Fenrir. At the same time, BoBoKa, can he find anything to set this up? It's taking them a long time to kill Tavo. As Tavo's still alive, the Shadow's there. He's going to be fine. They can turn. Avalanche is out. They'll punish XXS for chasing as long as he did. As Aster, they just can't catch a break. Top lane, Sylar's pushing in, but he's on his own. He's surrounded by 3 players of Pain as they came in aggressively, utilizing that Moonlight Shadow in both lanes. Sylar will start to retreat. Do they have any further lockdown? There's another leap forward. Boundless Strike will hold them back, but Sylar falls. Weeha jumping in, getting the Starfall damage, and that right click does the job. Misery may go down in return as Dstones jumps in, and they do get the Chen, finally getting that second kill for themselves this game, but they're 7k behind. Shout out to the boys up there as bottom lane. Pain already poised to make another play. We've seen Kingao's movements been absolutely on point as he comes in. Avalanche to set up to close the gap with the Malefice. They're trying their best to block off the chain stun with the toss and the center. The black hole as well being committed by Tavo. They'll get the kill. Kingao should die for this one as he'll accept the trade. 2 heroes TPing in for that one, but Pain just making sure they can keep that momentum up. As Dstones doesn't get the Boundless Strike connection onto Tavo, they'll get the Splinter Blast. So far ahead.
And they're just keeping moves happen every single time. They're making moves toward that Enigma, toward that Mirana, as Alchemist just farms.
And this invasion of the jungle here from Kingao and Misery will secure them a kill on Fenrir. Fenrir's gone, Dstones having to jump back towards the base. Faster pace, as Pain seem to well and truly have found out the way to deal with Aster, this team that looks pretty much unstoppable in the group stage.
I mean, they just don't have the damage even if they want to try to kill this Alchemist. But he gets hooked up again at bottom.
He's solo killing it.
Thank God. Unbelievable.
Let's stop. Dstones just having to use the boundless drug to hold back HFN. They've got the slam on the side. They're desperately trying to hold something down, but the damage just isn't there. Winter's Curse comes through. Just going to waste some of the time. The Sylar has but the arrow. Weehar from the river locks down Sylar. So for the majority of this Dragon Form, Sylar can't do anything. They have to back up to the shrine. Concoction comes out. Avalanche for the side. KingRD's diving in. The shrine will keep Aster alive though. Without the retreat, another arrow from Weehar with this arcane rune, getting the connections, has the magical to burst through Fenrir.
Tavo's threatening high ground as well.
This bottom lane's a problem. XXS can't do anything to push Tavo away. It's 15 minutes in. This is going to be a tier 3 tower going down. As Pain just playing at such a pace, Misery will fall. See if Dstones can do anything about Tavo down here.
He cuts the tree instantly. So yeah, it's not really going to do too much there. He's trying to get Echo, but...
I mean, as their carry, he's literally like the least threatening hero on the map right now. From Aster's lineup. At least the others have spells to use. Well, only when they're alive. Fenrir dying once again. Weehar gets the connection.
We're almost at that mark. The 1K per minute coming out for Pain pretty soon with an Alchemist.
And BoBoKa.
Oh my goodness.
They're just dropping left, right, and center. Aster fine. And that sort of that play, that chance there that Aster had, is wasted. Actually missing the avalanche. So Dstones is able to jump back, actually jumps back in. Starts to focus down onto KingRD, as he'll be left behind as Aster. They're coming in with a 5-man. They will get KingRD as well, so a second support kill from Aster. Really struggled this game. These deaths setting him back, keeping him far below the average on this hero in terms of net worth, as Dstones, the man in question. Top lane getting jumped. Tavo commits the black hole. Will they commit a few tips as well if they have? Doesn't look like they will yet. They're just happy with the way that they're keeping themselves fully applying the pressure in order to get away with it. It's so hard to sort of out-mind game Tavo's sense of mind as mid lane. KingRD gets the toss back. Sylar, there's sort of one big hero in this game, just gets deleted. 50 seconds without the Dragon Knight, and that push ready and in place to come down another lane. The tier 2 in the middle gone. As Pain, they can just push on for more with no Dragon Knight. Very little deep push. Sure, there's the Splinter Blast, but because of how far ahead Pain are, these spells, these skills that are not going to match sort of the scaling of Pain at this point with the lead that Pain have, they're no threat at all. As KingRD straight in, another catch, tosses back Fenrir. The stun comes through. They may lose HFN. He's got the Manta. Still has that Aegis for 4 minutes as well. As Dstones will lay down the Wukong's command, but these Monkey Kings only offering a tickle. They do drop the Echo, get KingRD. A little bit of a revenge for the plays that KingRD has been able to find and add for success.
Yeah, I mean, Misery's performance on this Chen has been absolutely phenomenal too. The way that he just secured that lane so hard for that Alchemist, and yeah, they're just adaptations to the lanes in that beginning of the game really set them off to an incredible pace. And again, just like last time, they are relentless, looking for kills absolutely everywhere, always hunting, staying on the enemy side of the map.
They'll look to push back Pain further. As again, holding for now. They've got the full roster back up, but still a minute before Echo Slam's there. They have that RP, they do have the blink play from the Magnus. BKB is picked up, but they're straight on the front. Sylar just tanking it, gets the BKB off before the arrow connects. They have Fisher block the Alch off, so they'll look to bring down HFN. The once he still has that Aegis for 2 minutes. Tavo jumps in, kills off Sylar. I mean, that is Sylar dead without buyback. So a black hole worthy to continue this push. As HFN loses his life once, another arrow connects on Fenrir. He's got the cold embrace. RP does come in from XXS, holding down HFN, but they cannot kill him. Dstones melts before he gets any chance of life to back up. XXS falls as well. As there is something about these ESL events on the main stage that just get Pain riled up to be a team that we do not see from them when it comes to online games. And this on LAN, it's just blowing Aster away. We saw Aster in the groups. This is not an easy team to beat. Many other teams in this competition struggled heavily against Aster. But Pain in a best of 3, they're looking to close it up with a heavy advantage now as they've cleaned up that middle lane. 24-8, 28,000 net worth lead at 22 minutes in. They need to make this RP and Echo Slam work. It's their only hope. Otherwise, we could expect a GG pretty soon. Sylar just trying to draw the attention at the first. So jump in with HFN, Shiva's guard popped as well. Dstones comes in from the side with the Wukong's command. Boundless is there. They'll try and skewer him out to the side of it all. But RP popped as well. They don't have the damage. Tavo looking for the position at the moment, holding on as he just punches through. They don't need to use anything more as they just right click down the heroes. Moving in, and GG is called. Pain Gaming.
Flawless.
Looking, I can't believe what we are seeing on this main stage. Pain Gaming As I said, they've done it before at ESL, but they're taking it to another level. They really have. The way that they